Hey family, we are live, broadcasting live. This is the Conversation Room 101. Make sure it's only adults in the house. I need your mind to be open, prepared, and relaxed. Welcome to our home. Take your shoes off. We got some rules we need to go over. Be kind. No cursing in the chat. If you want to curse, call in. And no shouting out other channels. That's a no-no. We got one other rule. There is no judging our guests. It will not be permitted. Zero tolerance. And if so, you want to do that, guess what? We got security. And we will escort you out. Because over here, hashtag we don't care. We're going to be one big family. We're going to laugh together sometimes. We're going to cry. But we definitely going to pray. I thank the Lord above for everything. I lift him up and give him the glory. But you guys, right now, we're going to get our popcorn. And then we're going to see what's going on. And let me just park my car. And I'll be in there in a minute. I'll see you real soon.
The Copyright Disclaimer Act. The Copyright Disclaimer Act under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news, reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is used permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Like, share, and subscribe. Warriors!
Do you want to know? Well, I've been thinking about you. And I think I have to listen. Because the sun is up, it's a beautiful day. My beginning will be as bright as the sun. Come, won't you come along? And it feels so bright.
You can't even go out there and do that without harassment and negligence and just everything. It's devastating.
There is so much love to give. Something's telling me this time. Baby, baby, now I know. Baby, baby, gotta go. There is so much love to give. Something's telling me it's right. When you came to me, oh, I knew it's you, yeah, boy.
Something happened while Quentin was in the bathtub and he drowned and they were both high. That's my theory.
Hey family, how is everybody doing? Welcome you guys. Come on in. Make sure you hit that button, like, share, and subscribe if you're not part of the family. Come on in, subscribe to the channel, become part of the family. We come on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 5 p.m. Central Time. I'm just letting you guys know. Oh, somebody just said, oh, man, they just text me. And we're going to get into some updated information. And I know I'm on Petition too, and I think my information is over there on Petition. It's okay. It's okay. It's the holidays coming up. Tomorrow is Thanksgiving. Everybody, I want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. Some people celebrate it, some people don't. I really don't do too much because, you know, I have that Indian culture too, you know, with African, you know, so, you know, somebody do, but I don't really do it too much. Anyway, I want to talk to you guys. I want to share something with everybody. So we're going to talk about two cases today because there's some information on the Shanquella Robinson case. That's the young lady. She's 25 years of age. She's from North Carolina. And she went on a trip with 6 of her friends. They were like, one was one of her best friends, and the other 5 is just friends that she even helped pay for their way down there, their room, and getting their hair done. And before 24 hours was over with, she was dead. in the room. They had jumped her in the room naked. They were gonna go skinny dipping. They had ate. They were playing. She was in a happy mood. So the group was in a room hiding from her, talking about her. And I don't know. I guess they were angry with her or it was a setup. I don't know if it was a revenge thing. This is what we're all trying to get to the bottom of. But the young lady, they was recording it. If you haven't seen it, everybody done seen it by now. We've been sharing as much as we can, and it has went viral. So there's a video that shows, and this is what I was trying to tell you guys just Monday. I was like, I've only seen one video. There's like, that's Winter beating her. No, that's not Winter, you guys. That is that one girl named Dejanay. I keep trying to tell you. I don't see Winter beating her. And they was like, have you seen Winter beat her? There's another video that have nobody seen yet. So when people say, I've seen it, you have not seen it. Nobody's seen it yet. The father's seen it, and that's it. That's it. They have not released that video. Because I guarantee you, if it was released and you seen it, every YouTuber that's covering this would have put it on their page. I have not seen it. You have not seen it. Don't tell me you seen Winter hitting and slamming this girl, because I have not seen it. If you have seen it, please send it to me if you're saying that's what you're saying. But they're saying that she did. And the father's saying that he did. See, there's another video they have not released. They said they was going to release it. I'm like, that's not Winter, you guys. Everybody's like, that's Winter, SP. No, that's not Winter, you guys. That's that one girl. So, I guess the girl's name is Deja whatever. Her mother kind of spoke out and she said, nope. See, Miss Tina says, nope, ain't nobody seen Sonya. She said, you're right. Exactly. Very true. Yeah, see what I'm saying? We're waiting on it. So be telling me y'all done seen Winter slam this girl, because I be like, I can't be saying stuff like that. No, it's me. Winter slammed her. Did you see it? Yeah, it's on the video. Where is it at? Oh, I seen it. Where? Because we be looking for that stuff. And if we find it, we want to share with everybody, because we want this girl to get justice. Because to be honest with you, this makes no sense. Now, I want everybody to, I don't care what channel you see it on. If you see it, send it to me and tell me exactly what the time is where you see Winter slamming this girl. Because guess what? I got my recording stuff back up and running. Yes, we got it yesterday. And I want to share with everybody. I want this girl to get justice. This is unbelievable. This normally don't even, I'm going to say this, and I know some people are going to get angry and upset and say, why you say what you're saying? But if you live in the African-American environment and the cultures and the way of how we've been taught and how the things that we're not supposed to be going to another country, beating our sisters down like crazy. But there's something I want to talk to you guys about. I know it's the holidays. Don't worry about it, you guys. Something I want to talk to you guys about. I got it over here, but that's okay. We're going to I am going to try to bring it up. Anyway, I know I can't bring it up on my other phone, but I'm going to try to bring up the definition so you guys can, Okay. Okay. So they're wanting to call this case with the Shanquella Robertson. Hold on. They're wanting to call this case here's the thing. It's going to get coverage. She mistakenly took Winter for Dejanay. Okay. Who mistakenly took Winter for Dejanay? Who? Traffic is crazy, horrible behavior. It is. It's very. It's terrible. I'm trying to get something, and you guys can probably help me out because, like I said, I was running. I come into the store and I look a hot mess. I'm gonna redo my hair. Y'all not gonna see this gray. Monday, come Friday, you're not gonna see the gray. I'm gonna do my hair tonight. So, because I'm tired of all this gray. This is why I don't like it, because it's just too gray. But I'm okay with it, you know. But this case, this young lady went to Mexico, Cabo, and they rented this villa. And they actually said, and I want to share this with you guys so bad, that they took way more money than that, you guys. They're now saying there's like $16,000, $17,000 missing. Not just $10,000 for the people, the 6 people to get home. They're saying there's $16,000 missing that they paid the doctor over there and the police over there and everything. Let me tell you something. Thank you, Miss Tina. They're saying, this is what they're saying. Allegedly, they're saying that the girl was not, okay. First of all, this was the first story. That they went, they said Shanquella got drunk and she got alcohol poison. So they called the mama and say the alcohol poison is she's sick, and the mama was like, take her to the hospital. They was like, we can't. We need, $5,000. The mama said, hey, she got insurance. Take her to the hospital. They was like, well, we can't because they wanting this money. They was trying to get money from the mama. Oh my God. This girl was already dead, because here's what the autopsy says when the second autopsy came. Because the first autopsy did say that she didn't die. They didn't say nothing about no alcohol. They was like, there was a neck injury, there was a spinal injury. You guys, listen to me. They didn't even tell you guys this young lady had a heart attack too. She had a freaking heart attack. She probably couldn't believe what was going on with her and the people and how they were doing it and how her friends were looking and laughing. I'm going to tell you, I'm gonna say this because it just came to me, and I promise you guys, I wouldn't make this up. When we always talk about the last days and how there would be gnashing of the teeth and all of this, I bet you that young lady thought this was the last days. Because her best friend is sitting there, you ain't gonna do nothing. I mean, you're recording this girl naked, won't help her, and she couldn't freaking believe it. She couldn't believe it. And they said that here's the reality of the situation. So, there's this guy named Nazar or whatever. He was like, I didn't get there for the next day and all this other stuff. And then he was like, and I told Shanquella, come on, girl, come on. I was rubbing her head and everything. They say Shanquella died 15 minutes after the injury. So I guess this video that we have not seen yet, that when it comes out, we going live of Winter slamming this girl. See, I think Winter got mad because Winter couldn't do them push-ups. But I'm going to tell you guys something. And I know some people are going to get mad at me, but you can get mad at me all you want, because I'm going to say this. There's something strange about this case. There's something strange that you guys are not saying, because I know we're going to get in a lot of trouble, because when you start talking about certain groups of people get mad. But here's the thing. We go for the truth, okay? People can get mad. I'm not picking on a certain group. I don't pick on white people. I don't pick on black people. I don't pick on, Mexicans. I don't pick on straight people. I don't pick on gay people. I don't pick on transgender people. But we're going to have that conversation, okay? We're going to have the conversation. Here's a whole bunch of girls and 2 guys, and we already know what time it is, okay? Okay, they're not denying nothing of that nature, but they're trying to call this It's not a homicide, you guys. They're not calling this a homicide. They're calling this a famicide. A famicide. You know what that means? You know what that means? Somebody put it in the chat. I'm not even going to put it out there. Somebody put it in the chat. What does that mean? Because we got to talk about this, because it's going to get a lot of attention. And I know famicide. Yes, soldier. They're calling this famicide. Not passion of love. Not passion of love, baby girl. Not passion of love. Not passion of love. Famicide means, and you're right, soldier girl, famicide means when a woman has been murdered because she is a woman and they try to degrade her by having her naked or whatever. And usually it's from the opposite sex. And I thought somebody said that the transgender rumor was not true. Is it or is it not? They say when a man attacks a woman because she's a woman, they're saying that is what that means. I just told you, lukewarm, that's what that means. When you die from a man, Lisa Calhoun, you got it. You got it. You guys got it? Okay. Okay. So put the word back up there, because, you know, my spelling is off and I've got everything else going on there. Let me stroll up, because Soldier Girl had it. She done spelled it for me and everything. Okay. See, I did something wrong there. Hold on. And I wanted you guys to know that this is what they're claiming this. And that takes it to a whole different level. Do we want it there? Yes. Especially if that's the case. Especially if that's the case. It says the killing of a woman or girl, and particularly by a man, and on account of her gender. Why would they say that? Congratulations on the level up. Oh, okay. Thank you. I didn't know we leveled up. Okay. Come on. Come on. I want everybody in here. Sanji, she said. And yeah, come on. Homicide because she was a girl. It's not a homicide. It's not a homicide. That's what y'all listening to me. They're calling it a femicide. They're calling. Look it up. Look it up. It's like Shanquella. You can Google Shanquella Robinson femicide case, murder. They're calling this case a femicide. They're not calling it a homicide. And I said, okay, it's the killing of a woman or a girl, and particularly by a man, on the count because she's a woman. Tell me what is going on. Tell me what's going on. I'm reading y'all in the chat. I'm in here now. What's going on? What's going on? Jealousy. Yes, jealousy. And everybody's like, that is a woman. That's a woman. That's a woman. Let me tell you guys something. I mean, it used to be a time where, you know, they didn't have it down packed or whatever. But here's the thing. You know, you can't just look at somebody and say, this is a woman and this is a man no more. You just can't. I mean, they reached their goal. You can't. I got friends, and, you know, and I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I know because they told me, but I look at them and I see what I see. Sometimes I look at some of my friends and I see the woman. Like if the woman want to be, I mean, the man want to be the woman, he got a beard, I still see the man. But when the man want to be the woman and he pretty much changed, I see nothing but a woman. Then yeah, it's easy for me to not even make a mistake. But if you still look like a man or act like a man or think, and I don't know if you're trying to change, you know what I'm saying. But anyway, you guys, I'm not trying to disrespect nobody and nobody's gender. Trust and believe. I love the community. I'm not in the community, but I love everybody. I don't care. It ain't got nothing to do with me. That's what I'm telling people. Mind your own business. Ain't got nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying? So, and everybody can do what they do. You know, they're going to do what they do. But what I'm saying is They're calling this femicide, and that goes to a whole different level. And like I said, when this young lady was getting beat, her friend was like, Shanquella, get up, do something. Ain't you gonna fight back? She said, no. She said, no. She sounds just like my daughter. She said, no. And if you know anybody, like I said, my oldest daughter, she's small, she's short, just little. She got a big mouth on her. She box, she'll lay them hands on you. My big girl, which is my baby girl, she ain't gonna touch you. She gonna sit down. She gonna do like Shanquella. She gonna sit down, and you can hit her all you want. You feel like the biggest dummy fighting somebody that won't fight you back. And this is what my daughter, my baby girl, told me. She was like, she got in a fight at school. And I said, why you didn't fight back? She was like, because I wanted her to stop. If I fight her back, it's going to make her mad, mama. P.S. I already had one over here for you that I forgot to give you. But here's the first one, 938-391. P.S. because I seen you was in the comment section and you gave that super chat. So I got you two more coming right here. Thank you for the super chat. P.S. Here's your 2 ticket, 590-688, 590-688. You got two more. So, yeah, I had it sitting here, and I keep forgetting to say something about it. I'm so sorry. I'm not trying to be rude or anything. I get excited because I want to tell y'all this stuff, and we're just now getting our recording stuff back. So now, whew. So y'all seen the intro. That was the intro I had made a long time ago, and it just let me upload it. I was like, thank you, Lord. Now we got to work with StreamYard. Once we get StreamYard back, we're good. So somebody hacked in my account and changed everything, and it's hard to get it back, but we're getting it. But we put security on that and stuff. So anyway, this is so sad and pitiful. So let me think, was there anything else? They said that, now here's the thing. You guys, I wish I had my other, I wish, I want to go off of Petition, but we need to get Petition back up and running. But they said that this girl, let me think. They said that this girl had because it's on this other phone. Let me see here. Hold on, you guys. They said that there was a doctor that came to the room and they worked on Shanquella for like hours. They did so much. Oh my God, I heard so much. The first report says that there was a doctor there, not a nurse, a doctor. And they said that they did CPR, they did the AED, the defibrillator, deliberator, whatever it's called. You know the AED, you guys. You know what that stands for. But when they shock you and say, stand back, clear. They said they did that like 14, 15 times. They said that the girl wasn't dead when they got there. Lisa Calhoun says, some people get on my nerves. Hey, Star, what's going on? Thank you for the musical notes in the hearts and the poco. 3 hours. Here's the thing. There's $16,000 they're saying that's missing out of her account too. And they're saying that the Mexican police or the doctor is the one that got this money. Is it true? I don't know, you guys. I don't know. I don't know. It has to be true, because why would a doctor make up this lie and say that they worked on this girl? If she was dead 15 minutes after she died, they wasn't doing no CPR. You guys don't know. immediately, rigor starts setting in. By the time they got there, they no. Yeah, they couldn't give her an IV. They was like giving her IV. Something went wrong. I had to stop watching it. It's so sad. It reminded me of the what? Oh, the TeNika Jenkins. Yeah. But it's no big deal. I mean, it's life. You know what I'm saying? It's life. It's like, let me see let me read. Let me see if this is it right here. Maybe it came up. It says information from the police report says Shanquella Robinson was alive when medical help first arrived at the vacation home where she was staying with a group of people last month in Cabo. The report differs from details previously. Hold on. Let me get this because it's got me looking kind of crazy. Okay. So it says that the report differs from details previously reported from 25-year-old Robertson's death certification that says she died within 15 minutes of being injured. Instead, a police report shows a doctor from a local hospital was with Robinson and others. They were there in the house for close to 3 hours before she was pronounced dead. Please listen to everything that I'm finna say, because we're going to go over little bitty stuff, but then I want to go into some stuff on the Quentin case. So the Charlotte Observer obtained this from the police report earlier this week and had not yet been publicized or released. The information was provided. So this is all what they sent. So the reporter who works in Los Cabos, they said this. Okay, everybody want to get all their I said this, I said that. That ain't nothing. So here we get into it. So Robinson is a Charlotte native who traveled to Cabo on October 28th. She died a day later. So the police information reported by the provider from the Mexican police, they call it Metropel, okay, does not mention obvious signs of Robinson's physical injuries. Because she had knots on her head, her eye was all red, her lip is busted and all this other stuff. They don't see that. They didn't say none of that. So the physical injuries, which family members have said existed on her body prior to her burial grave, injuries to her back and her neck, was determined to be the cause of her death. So injuries to her back and her neck was determined to be the cause of death after an autopsy by officials in Mexico. The police report says she also suffered cardiac arrest. You guys got it? I told you, she also suffered from a cardiac arrest. This young lady had a heart attack. Since her death, the FBI and the Mexican police authorities has launched an investigation into how she died. The lack of conclusive evidence and conflicting explanations has led to her story going viral, invoking global outcry, with countless people following Robinson's death. The hashtag, Justice for Shanquella has been trending on Twitter, Facebook, and TikTok. The Charlotte Observer has been unable to reach those who were with her on the trip. No arrest was reported as of late Monday. Robinson family became suspicious of her death. She was claimed to be died of alcohol poisoning when a Mexican autopsy report showed that her cause of death was severe spinal injury and atlas luxation. Atlas luxation is a form of neck injury. It's just a broken neck. Okay, you guys. So the police emailed the social media and did not receive a response. Okay. Information from the police report shows that at 2:13, here we go. Here we go, you guys. Come on. Everybody listen. You guys ready? Put a 1 in the chat. Here we go. Here's the police report. Here we go. And I know I'm babbling, but we got to get into this. So I want you guys to know this information so you know what they are saying, because we come out with the details of who said what, not what I heard, but this is what the report says. Okay. So the information from the police report shows that at 2:13 p.m. on October the 29th, medical help was summoned to Villa. Okay. Remember, they left and was at Cabo on the 28th. So October the 29th, a day later, at 2:13 in the evening, the medical examiner, remember these times, because remember that one guy said at 3 o'clock, he that's when he arrived the next day. Okay, you arrived the next day. But so at 2:13, they had called. Now, I think he was already there, you guys. I'm just saying he probably bought 2 or 3 tickets and say, see, out, ooh. Anyway, here's the thing. Let me get right into the details. At 2:13 p.m. on October the 29th, medical help was summoned to Villa. Okay, the property ran by the company. Okay, around an hour later, Dr. Caroline, they call her Caroline Beatriz Gutierrez, we'll just call her Caroline, of the American Medical Center, a local hospital, arrived to treat Robinson accordingly to the report. So the house calls to vacation renters for routine, non-emergency medical services all the time. And this happens, you guys. I worked at a place that, I worked at a medical home, like a nursing home, but the community was Amish people, and I would have to leave sometimes the nursing home and go into the community of just the Amish people and assist them with things or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So this doctor, like if there was tourists that, got a broken arm or something happened, they can call on the spot. That's why they pay that big money. That anything happened, they got a doctor, on-call doctor at all given time. And they make really good money. They make really big money when you're just all over the place like that. Okay. So this doctor would come, and that's what they're telling you. I'm letting you know that we do this in the United States too. But I'm just telling you my little situation, but this is on a bigger scale. So this doctor is like an on-call doctor that stays in that area, that if anything happened, that they're there. So that's what they're saying. This doctor named Caroline is American Medical Center, a local hospital. She arrived, and they're saying she arrived to treat Robinson according to the report. Okay. So now they say that Caroline is employed at the American Medical Center. Okay. So she is a real doctor. This is a real doctor we're talking about. We're not talking about a nurse. We're not talking about a CNA. We're talking about a doctor. And they have verified that she is employed at the American Medical Center. They verified that on Monday. Now they're saying the hospital did not respond because for the medical and the autopsy report. So they asked them questions, but they were like, we're not making no statement. So it is unclear in the police report who called, because they wanted to know who called for the doctor. Who said we need a doctor? 911. No, we need a doctor. Who called? It is unclear to the police report who called for medical help. But the reporting person is listed as Winter Donovan. Did y'all hear me? Put a 1 in the chat. I can't see the chat, you guys. So if you're saying something to me, I can't see the chat. I need the mods to be very vigilant in the chat and watch the chat, because I'm trying to read this and stay on track. They said Winter Donovan was on the list that called for the doctor. You guys got that? Okay. They said Winter spelled with an E, W-E-N-T-E-R. That's how you spell her name, D-O-N-O-V-A-N, Winter Donovan of Greensboro. So Donovan is one of the 6 people identified by family, friends, and media sources as a person Robinson was traveling with. Donovan could be not reached to comment in her phone number is listed on the police report, but has been disconnected. So it was her phone number on the police report. So she must have called. She don't have to. Other people know your number too, but her name and her number. Okay. So the police, the report is in Spanish. And so the staff is translating. And so Dr. Caroline, because I could not say her last name, but her first name is Caroline, says she was told Robinson had drunk a lot of alcohol and the medical call was for Robinson to be given an IV. So somebody called her and said she got alcohol poison. So that's what you tell the doctor. So that's probably why the doctor come there thinking that this girl is drunk and, whatever. But the doctor should have known when she got there and seen all these wounds on her. She should have known. But anyway, the police record indicates that Caroline found a female. Now, this is what Caroline says. Understood in the report to be Robinson. So she don't know who this young lady is, but they said this is Shanquella Robinson. So she says, okay, this is Shanquella Robinson with stable vital signs, but dehydrated. So this doctor says that she has stable vital signs. She didn't have a fever. She didn't have a heart palpitation. She racing, beat. She didn't have her pulse being very minimum. She says with stable vital signs, you guys, stable vital signs within normal limits, but dehydrated. Are you freaking kidding me? I just cannot. You guys, I just cannot believe it. I believe, like I said, it might be a rumor, but I believe this doctor was paid. I believe this doctor was paid. She found her vital signs. The doctor said that this girl passed away 15 minutes after her injuries. How in the world that this doctor came probably like 15 minutes later and said she got stable vital signs, but she dehydrated. But they were unable to communicate verbally and appearing to be inebriated. So they was like unable to communicate verbally because she was inebriated. So the doctor was going on with the story that they told her. They were like, she ain't waking up or anything. And so they like, so the doctor's like, so she must be really drunk. She done fell and everything. She really drunk or whatever. This doctor gonna probably lose their license, you guys, because you falsified this report. You falsified this report. So the doctor reported that she believed Robinson needed to be transferred to a hospital. So the doctor said, hey, we need to get her to a hospital. That's when they probably came out with the money. But nevertheless, let me stop. The doctor reported that she believed Robinson needed to be transferred to a hospital, but her friends insisted that she be treated in the villa. No, we don't want her to go to the hospital. Treat her here. We will pay you. Treat her here. So Dr. Caroline attempted an IV on the spot, you guys, but was unsuccessful. Why do you think it was unsuccessful? Maybe because there was no blood flowing through her veins and it had already clogged up and started sitting in rigor mortis. Because how can you not start an IV? Only thing you need is an active vein. I ain't got to be no doctor to understand. That don't make sense. Why you can't? I can start an IV. You guys can start an IV. Only thing you got to do, find a vein, put it in there. You can't find the vein, then you ain't got no. How did this doctor say that this girl had stable vitals but was dehydrated? Oh, and one thing, you know why she said but dehydrated? Because when people do try to get IV started, if you don't drink a lot of waters, it is very hard to start an IV. It is very hard, because I had this doctor tell me one time I was going to go into surgery, and the doctor said, okay, I don't want you to eat nothing before surgery or drink nothing before surgery. So I didn't eat nothing, drink nothing for surgery. And then the next day they was trying to start an IV, and I was so mad at them. I was like, what are you doing? Do you not know? They was like, I can't find it or whatever. And they was like, did you not drink nothing? I said, they told me not to drink anything. They was like, I don't know why they're telling you that. And so the girl pulled out the information for me to read it, so I can tell you that is true, you guys. If you are dehydrated, it is very hard. But I don't think that's the reason, because they just had some drinks. Remember, they got a video of them drinking. Drinks up. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't believe that. I just don't believe that. Anyway, so they're saying this, and the communication was not so good. So the doctor reported that she believed Robinson needed to be transferred to the hospital. Okay. But she couldn't start the IV. It was unsuccessful. Okay. It's unclear what medication was in the IV. Yeah, what was she going to give her? If you drunk, what are you going to give a drunk person? You know what I'm saying? What kind of IV was you going to give her anyway? Was you just going to give her just some fluids? That's probably what she going to say, because that's the only thing I could think of. You going to give her some fluids because you sitting there talking about you going, oh my God, people in their money schemes. The information from the police says that the doctor was there for close to an hour when Robinson began having seizures. You guys, they're saying that this young lady started having seizures. The convulsions from the seizures lasted less than a minute, according to the report. Did you guys know that? I just want to know. Put a 1 in the chat if you guys knew some of this stuff I'm telling you, or put a 2 in the chat if you didn't know. Put a 1 if you knew, put a 2 if you didn't know. I don't want to share stuff with you if you already know, because that's just getting redundant. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, this clip that I found, you guys, I want to make sure that I haven't been seeing nobody tell you this stuff that I'm seeing. Okay, Natasha says she's seen it, but okay, so a lot of people haven't. A lot of people haven't heard this. Okay, good. So they said an hour when Robinson began having a seizure, the convulsions from the seizures lasted then a minute, according to the report. At this point, the patient's friend named Winter Donovan called 911 to request an ambulance. According to the Observer's Spanish to English translation of the report, this was around 4:20 p.m. This is 2 hours later. Now Donovan's going to call 911, or did Donovan say she called 911? Because at this time, your best interest is to let her die, because if she don't, she going to tell what y'all did to her. So I wonder if ambulance gone. I don't know. In the meanwhile, the patient presented with difficulty breathing and a lowered pulse, and they gave her rescue breaths, you guys. They said they gave her rescue breaths. The doctor, along with a friend, gave her rescue breaths. This is the time when the friend said that he was on the side of the pool He wasn't even in the room. He went, took his bags, left the living room, went to the pool. This doctor is all there, and they doing this rescue breathing. The doctor, along with the friend, began administering CPR at 4:49 p.m. When Caroline, that doctor, detected Robertson had stopped having a pulse. So so the police arrived and talked with the doctor who was treating Robertson at 5:25 p.m. Why the ambulance never showed up? The ambulance never showed up. That, remember, they said at 4:20, Winter Donovan called for the ambulance. They never showed up. The police arrived and talked with the doctor who was treating Robertson at 5:25. It's not clear from the information in the police report exactly what time an ambulance arrived from the 911 call. Okay, cool. See, I was just wondering. I didn't even see that, you guys. See, I think a little bit quick. I'm like, you trying to tell me a story. Now I'm already thinking. I already got 15 questions. Like, where's this? Where's that? Why is that? Why is that? Okay, so, check this out. The report information indicates paramedics administered a total of 14 rounds of CPR, 5 doses of adrenaline, and 6 discharge of AED shocks without success. They did all of this, and the doctor said that this girl, and I hate to say girl, young lady, Shanquella Robinson is her name, was dead 15 minutes after her injuries. And they got all of this in the report, that they did this. They administered 14 rounds of CPR, 5 doses of adrenaline, 6 discharge AED. And yeah, what really is going on? Who makes up lies or something like this? Could it be true? Unable to revive Robinson, the doctor declared her death at 5:57 p.m. according to the report. The police report information lists deceased person cardiopulmonary arrest. They said that she died from a heart attack, not from alcohol, not from a neck injury and a back spinal cord injury, but from a heart attack, as the reason police were called. So when the police was called, the police report information lists deceased person cardiopulmonary arrest. That's a heart attack, you guys. Let me see if there's anything else that you guys need to know. The official autopsy reports list the cause of death as severe spinal cord injury and neck injury, you guys. Okay. This is the last part, and then we're going to have to jump on the Quentin. I got a little bit to tell you about Quentin case. They say the Mexican authorities are investigating Robertson's death as a possible femicide. You guys say it. Femicide, Femicide. Femicide. The State Attorney General Office of Baja, California, sir, announced in a statement Thursday, according to ABC News, femicide is the gender-based murder of a woman or girl by a man, according by the Merriam-Webster Dictionary. The FBI began its investigation, death, and the conflicting report. I think you guys know all the other stuff, the video, okay, the footage, when punched in the face multiple times until she fell to the ground. A person not seen in the video is her saying, Quella, can you at least fight back? The FBI says they have seen the video. Robinson's sister, Quella Long, said in a statement, the family will continue to investigate what happened and they are raising funds. I am mad. This is not even my child. I am mad. The United States Department released a statement claiming no clear evidence of foul play. Come on, y'all. Come on. Yet. So they're talking about, she had her funeral and, her services. And there was a lot of people, and her casket was wrapped with photos of her and things of that nature. Now, I want to share something with you guys on the Quentin case before we get off here. You guys, that's why I kind of had to hurry up. And Quentin's grandmother, Billy Joe. Okay, let's jump on another case. I got to do this really quick. I got to start sticking on the time because we got slotted time, you guys. And I think that's how we get into a lot of mess when we can always go over 10, 15 minutes, but we can't be going over no 30 minutes. So, yeah. She said they are saying there are 3 videos they are saying now. Yeah, I know there's another video because I heard the daddy say, I seen her. It wasn't the first girl. This is what Shanquella daddy said. It wasn't the first girl. It was that second girl when she picked her up and slammed her down. He said that's when she didn't move no more. And that video's not out because we ain't seen that. We just seen this person whamming. Now, like I said, I'm not saying it's true. I'm not saying it's not true. I'm just saying it's kind of weird that they're calling it a femicide. And then there was rumors that it wasn't a girl that was beaten Shanquella, and then people was on there like, quit saying it was a woman and no. I don't know. I heard it was her friend, and they had got their hair done to look like each other and everything together and all this other stuff. And she was doing the push-ups with Winter. I heard them say everyone was recording the beatdown, at least 3 videos going in that room. And let me tell you something. Somebody called back to the United States and said, what do we need to do? So guess what? They're not going to get away with it. They're not going to get away with it. But here's the problem. So the girl named Dejanay, or whatever her name is, I don't know her name. They saying Dejanay, Dejaway, or whatever. The first girl, the dark skinned girl that was beating her down. I mean, like beating her, like, when you beat a cake, the eggs, you beat a cake. She beating her. She was like, wham, wham, wham. I mean, her mama spoke out and said, don't be trying to put this on my daughter. They got in a fight or altercation, but that didn't kill her. What took her out was what Winter did. What your daughter did, I don't know how to say this. I guess it is a little better to say she is a contributor factor to Shanquella's death. Your daughter. But people she will get a lighter sentence. But she's gonna get something, and Winter's gonna get something too. Now, Winter, they might take it a little easy on Winter if she did call for the doctor, and if she did call for the ambulance, and she did do CPR, and she tried to render aid. Because have you guys noticed that people don't try to render aid and then sit back and be like, one of the charges that they get now is lying to the police or did not render aid. So if she did try to render aid, they're going to be a little light on her. And they're going to be light on her anyway. Miss Billy said, I honestly think all of them, including the guys, beat her up. Yes. Someone needs to tell the truth. They're going to tell the truth. They're going to tell. Trust me, you got 6 people, and somebody was telling me it was 3, and then somebody told me it was 7, and it was 6. It was 6, you guys. It was 6. And so, we come together. Ain't nobody mad at nobody. Keep bringing information, but we come in here so we can figure out what's true, what's not true, what we heard, what you hear, and we bring it all together, you guys. We bring it all together. Don't ever get upset because you got something wrong or something. Nobody's throwing you out, or nothing like that. Bring it. Keep the awareness. It's not really just my job. It's you guys' job too. Okay, let's talk about Quentin, Simon, Leilani. So Leilani was arrested as we were getting off the live Monday. They had found Quentin in the landfill, his remains. They have not a positive identification that is Quentin yet, but more than likely it is Quentin. They know, but they just can't say. They look at the baby, they see the baby, but they can't say it because what if somebody switched the baby and that's not Quentin, or you know what I'm saying? And then they done said that this is the baby. So they got to do the DNA and all this other stuff. So Leilani's mama, Billy Joe, been going on these channels, which I'm not understanding. I just don't even understand. Billy Joe is upset like, hey, you guys, I took her to the police. They told me to kind of keep her busy because she had left the rehab. She was in rehab. I know some of you guys was like, I don't believe it. And I still don't believe it. Well, she was in rehab, like I told y'all. She was in rehab because somebody came in here and told us. And when family come in here and tell us stuff, we listen. When they tell us, we listen. And we make some phone calls. And they're not going to tell you because that's private. That's health. That's OSHA. But somebody will be like, well, I can't say nothing, but, she looked like that girl that's on the news. So we know. So she was in rehab and she wanted to leave rehab. She wasn't doing well in rehab. She wasn't abiding by the rules. She was calling her mama all the time, telling her mama, come and get me. And Billy Joe was like, you can't come back to my house ever again. You just cannot come back to my house. So Billy Joe is on these apps and everything and on these other channels, which for the life of me, I don't know why. And I'm going to say this. I know I'm going to get, some people going to be mad. But whoever she teamed up with, this girl, I don't know her from Adam. I've never seen her channel before. But Billy Joe must be one of the dumbest persons in the world to sit there and have this woman speak for her. Her name is Cher. I was just listening to it on my way home. And I was like, she sounds like the biggest, like, this, and oh my God, and y'all get him out of here. And Billy Joe didn't do anything. And why would Billy Joe go to jail? Billy Joe didn't do anything. And nobody said Billy Joe took out the baby. But, and everybody's like, and she was like, she didn't leave the baby with Leilani. Okay. Here's the thing. Tell us if you paid for this babysitter for 3 straight weeks. And is it the babysitter's fault that the baby sent the kids over there to Leilani? Is that what it is? Because if you out of town for 3 weeks and the babysitter only have her here and there, you pretty much put her responsible for this child, knowing that she wasn't fed. BJ, that's the way I see it. Such a girl says they said BJ called the FBI at some point. So what? She called the FBI. She called the FBI. You know what? Whether she did or she didn't, it didn't matter if she did or she didn't, because guess what? They was following her anyway. They don't trust her. She thinking, I was helping them. You can help them because you know what? Girl, let me tell you something. They wish you would have ran with that girl. Sure set up Amazon Christmas gift list for Leilani and the other kids. Here's the thing, and I'm going to say this, I'm going to get off. Some people can get mad over this whole life. And you know what? Sometimes you just going to have to tell people the truth, how you really feel. Here's the thing. If you did not have and make a right decision and you left town and had a babysitter and Leilani and the boyfriend and all of these people that now you're banging with, even your daughter and, you know, these children, and you went to go work because to make some money or whatever. If you know, like, look, your kids are watching what you're doing and they think it's okay. You got to make yourself a good example, period, point blank. I'm just saying. We all make bad decisions and we all make mistakes, but you can't continue to do it and then get mad at your daughter for doing it. So she sees what mama is doing. But you want these other kids, because there's an older boy and a baby girl. And they were on this channel talking about she wants her grandchildren. You know what? First, get off the drugs yourself. Don't sit there and tell us that you're off the drugs. You need to go into rehab. You need to go into rehab, and I mean stay in there and then take some parenting classes. And then I still probably wouldn't even want you around the kids. I know they'd be better off. People be like, they'd be better off than the system. It wasn't for quitting. If that was true, what happened to quitting? Because them kids was in her custody there. So we learn lessons by dead kids. A kid got to die before we learn. That don't make sense to me. You guys understand what I'm saying? Like, if I harmed one of my children in my decision, I wouldn't even feel right. I would let somebody else. No, I'm serious. If I harmed or if I felt like, I mean, when you love a kid, when you love a child, and you know that you're not good for that child, you let them go. Be with someone if you love them, if it's best for them. It's what's best for the children. It's not what's best for BJ. Everybody want to be friends with BJ. BJ need to grow up. It's what's best for the kids. And if y'all ain't talking about what's best for the kids, and BJ is not what's best for the kids, I'm sorry. That's my decision, you guys. I'm going to get off of here. Thank you, PS, for the super chat. You guys have a good Thanksgiving. I'll see you guys later. Bye, because I'm getting mad. Like, share, and subscribe.
Warriors! Do you want to know? Well, I've been thinking about you. it's a beautiful day. My beginning will be as bright as the sun. Come, won't you come along? And it feels so bright.
You can't even go out there and do that without harassment and negligence and just everything. Just devastating.
There is so much love to give. Something's telling me this time. Baby, baby, now I know. Baby, baby, gotta go. There is so much love to give. Something's telling me it's right. When you came to me, oh, I knew it's you, yeah, boy.
Something happened while Quentin was in the bathtub and he drowned, and they were both high. That's my theory.